longtime friend Rick Serritella of NFL Draft Bible. And Rick, your unrehearsed thoughts regarding the Chicago-based 2015 NFL Draft.
You know, the city of Chicago has really embraced the NFL draft. It's been tremendous from that aspect. And, you know, I'm a Jersey cat, as you can see. Rutgers in the house. You know, I got to represent. But, you know, being a Jersey, New York guy and experiencing the draft in New York City for so long, it's amazing what a difference it makes. And it's a smaller city, but the city's embraced it. Draft Town is the size of 15 football fields, which is amazing. Because when you walk around New York, you really didn't know. It was a side thing, and New York has so much going on. And I really hope they keep the draft in Chicago. They've done a wonderful job. The city's embraced it.
Could New York do anything like this?
You know, I think New York has so much other stuff going on. They don't have the space or the capacity because it would be, you know, tying something up, and that's why they left
Rick's
Radio
girlfriend
City.
saying no.
Yes, sir. He's a cutie. And, you know, we've been doing so many podcasts, and we went to the Wrigley Field experience, so I'm losing my voice. I apologize for that.
How was that? The Cubs game? Who won?
Oh, the Cubs got killed, but we brought a little New York Yankee baseball flavor to the game. Anyone watching the game heard me, and definitely I was 5 rows behind home plate, which, you know, yeah, you know, hey, those tickets cost $5,000 at Yankee Stadium, so we were fortunate to get them for under $100, which was awesome. Yes, sir.
I'll high-five you on that one.
You know, in terms of the draft, though, there wasn't as much trading as we thought. Everybody thought there was going to be a lot of trading, and who was going to come out with Marcus Mariota. We thought Chip Kelly might make a trade, but it went pretty much according to the plan. A few surprises here and there. Shane Ray, for example, Denver actually traded up to get him.
Right.
So, but not as much.
What do you think about that?
Well, I think somebody summarized it best when they said at least he's going to a state where marijuana is legalized. But no, I think it's intriguing. It's very intriguing. The guy, it's the ultimate roll of the dice, risk reward. To not only invest a first round pick in a player like that, but actually give up players and picks says a lot. So John Elway, I don't question his thought process. He's won an Arena League football championship. He came to Denver, made them instant contenders.
He's a two-time Super Bowl champion.
He's a two-time Super Bowl champion. Went to 6 Super Bowls.
Pac-10 champion.
Yep. Stanford, All-American.
Except for the play.
The play. So those young listeners out there, do your Wikipedia search on YouTube. And go educate yourself, and that's one thing I'm looking forward to today. Is the legends are going to be announcing the picks, and I think that's something that Zenny and I appreciate because we've been following the game.
Those are legends.
Yeah, we're getting up there. We remember them playing, so
right.
It's actually it's fun for us to relive those memories, and I think Jim Kelly's here. Who's a cancer survivor.
He is.
So I'm looking forward to hopefully linking up with him.
What do you think of Jameis Winston to the Bucs, and then Marcus Mariota to the Titans?
So yeah, this year's quarterback class, I think this was the 6th time in NFL history that quarterbacks were taken with the first and second pick overall. And we remember the Peyton Manning, Ryan Leaf debates, and Heath Schuler, Peyton Manning, right? There's been a few of them. And this year we had Jameis Winston and Marcus Mariota, who Jameis Winston is a traditional quarterback, more pro style, 26-1 as a starter. The kid's a winner. So it's going to be interesting. You pair him up with Vincent Jackson and Mike Evans and Austin Sefrin Jenkins, and it should be interesting to see. He's got the weapons. I think that's a team that could turn it around relatively quickly with good quarterback play. And
I'm excited to see him under the tutelage of Dirk Carter.
Yes.
The offensive coordinator.
Yes, and Lovie Smith went to the Super Bowl with Rex Grossman now.
So
you know, it'll be interesting to see. I think Jameis Winston is the real deal. He's a bona fide quarterback, and I think they can turn it around relatively quickly. It should be interesting. Mariota now. There's a little bit of a transition here. You know, he has not had to huddle up his whole college career. And now he's got to be a leader of men. He's got to learn the terminology and be able to speak the vocabulary on the fly. And also take snaps under center, I would imagine. So it's going to be a bit of a transition.
Do you think Wizenhunt will adjust his system for Mariota? Because a lot of people seem to be interested in copying elements of the organization?
Well, I always say that good coaches adapt to the players rather than having the players adapt to the system. I hate when they try to take a square peg and fit it into a circle, because great coaches learn to adapt to the players. And I think we saw that a couple years ago with John Fox in Denver when they had to go with Tim Tebow as the quarterback, right? They kind of moved the offense around, catered around Tim Tebow, and we saw what they did. They had a lot of success. They made a little playoff run. So I think Ken Whisenhunt is a smart man. I think he'll adjust to his player and create a system around him.
Now, in the interest of time, we'll close out just so I can upload this right now. But right now, who would you say had the best draft?
Well, you know, day one, it's early to tell. Yeah. Franchise quarterbacks are usually the most valuable, right?
Right.
So I think in terms of immediate impact, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to probably have the biggest turnaround. And I want to throw out a guy out there that I've been seeing his home for quite a while, Laken Tomlinson. I believe the Detroit Lions selected him later on in the first round, and I think he's going to be a great value. I know where I was sitting in the press box, a lot of people were surprised that the Duke kid was taken in the first round, but I believe there's a lot of trips to Honolulu in his future.
Hey, so tell them how they can find your stuff.
Oh, NFLDraftBible.com. We're also on Twitter at NFL Draft Bible, as well as Facebook. We just started the Instagram. We have all pictures from the Draft Town experience, videos from the selections, and of course,
soon to come the Zenny62 on Twitter.
The Zenny62. Zenny Abraham is a good friend of mine. I go back to him over a decade. We've been covering the draft together, so I can't think of a greater time to experience my first draft in Chicago with Zenny.
And Malnati's Pizza.
Malnati's, and we got Chicago beer in the house, and Jersey, East Coast. We got Zenny, Oakland, West Coast, and we're meeting in the Central. It's a beautiful thing. And we're about to chow down. 30 minutes you got to wait for the pie out here.
It's worth it, though. I'm telling you,
it's not like the boardwalk pie in Jersey on the fly.
It's worth it.
Thank you, Zenny.
You got it.